Hey, so let's talk a little bit about metrics. Um, and when we talk about metrics, more often than not, we think of, at least I think of, corporate boardroom things or business processes, and our ability to measure the output of things and the important numbers that are required in order to uh, report for corporate boards and things of that nature. But metrics are just as important. In fact, they're probably more important because they're really a gauge on how successful our practices are. But they're just as important for gardening and for farming. And one of those metrics is yield. And I'm not going to tell anyone anything here they probably don't already know. But yield is what you actually get. So if I put a plant in the ground, I put a seed in the ground, how many uh, viable or useful uh, vegetables or eggs or chickens or whatever do I get? So if I put a seed in the ground, a green bean seed in the ground, and I get a plant, a single plant, how many green beans did that plant yield? Um, if I put 3 green beans plants in the ground, how many plants came up? And then how many new green beans did they yield? So you can look at a single plant and what did that plant yield. You can look at a crop rotation and determine what the yield was for it, and that's very important because as we start to break things down and we talk about designing our plan and developing a plan and knowing um, how much of something we're going to grow in order to feed our family, we need to know what we need from a yield perspective. And then we'll start talking a little bit about benchmarking, and we'll see what other people are yielding. And we'll take a look at our yield versus others, and we'll see if we are a leader or a laggard in the yield category. And if we're a laggard, then we want to look at what the leaders are doing that are different from us, and if there are any practices or varieties or things of that nature that they're using to produce a higher yield, we may want to consider that. We may also decide in the end not to do what they're doing because they may go against our principles and our practices. But anyway, yield is a very important metric.